Do migraines fucking suck or what, people? The reason why I say it is I'm fucking having a big ass migraine right now and I don't fucking like it, to say the least. Well, it is what it is. So what is going on, everybody? Welcome to so Lucas Limits on YouTube and all audio platforms. Episode number 3 of the Wrestling Podcast. Which may be on Tuesday, August 12th of 2025. And yes, I mean when I say wrestling, or say it at least. I was originally discussing sports and pop culture today in this today's podcast. I say, Lucas, why don't you space that out a little bit, would you please? And you won't behold me doing that sooner rather than later. So a new episode for podcast would be the sports and pop culture podcast as well. Not be happening today. Probably happen tomorrow, like I said. Unless some, knock on wood, some big news piece happens in professional wrestling. Hopefully, knock on wood, it doesn't happen. To say the least. So I can do that hopefully tomorrow, like I said. Now, let's go to episode number 3 for your Lucas Limits Wrestling Podcast. There's there's decent stuff to discuss. 3 reviews I gotta do, because remember, last week, I returned yesterday, I didn't do the Dynamite or Smackdown reviews. And obviously, Raw took place last night, so I do that review for the August 11th of 2025. We're going to discuss 3 reviews and a bunch of our news topics, and also this day in wrestling history as well. Let's get right into it. First, I say that follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, Lucas E. Allen. Watch on YouTube, hit the like button for today's podcast. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And turn on the bell for post notifications as well. So don't miss an upload on YouTube. Also, leave a comment when you think of the podcast in general for today, to say at least for August 12th of 2025. You're also on Spotify. Do the same thing. Leave me a comment when you think of this episode, to say the least. And also leave me a 5-star rating and turn on the bell for post notifications as well for that, to say the least. Forgot to mention that about the Spotify platform, to say the least as well. You're also on any other audio platform. Hello, boys and girls. Give me a crazy lunatic, to say the least. Not so much today, because I have a fucking migraine, like I said. Let's get right into your podcast, shall we? Let's discuss your AEW Dynamite August 6, 2025 review. Discuss that. Let's do your Friday Night Smackdown, your Friday Night Trash Down. So that's what it was fucking last Friday night. Fucking terrible fucking show. Absolute fucking bottom of the barrel fucking horrible show. Like, for example, WWE and ESPN made an agreement for 2026 for all WWE PLEs in the United States. And right after they put on a dog shit show for Friday Night Smackdown. We're going to discuss that for your August 6th of 2025 review show. We're going to discuss that. Also, your Monday Night Raw, August 11th, 2025 review. Also, WWE PLE reports are probably scheduled to take place the same day as AEW's All Out pay-per-view on September 20th. Good old fucking greed and fucking pettiness from WWE size TKO. And don't act like Triple H gets a scot-free in this either. He gets as much blame as possible. Well, seriously. That's not even because AEW in general, people. Not even just cut down in general. It's a little bit of a side spiel. Like, WWE is supposed to have the Clash in Paris the end of the month, August 31st. And you're going to follow that up 3 weeks after that with fucking whatever pay-per-view is not, for PLE, it's not named yet, people. It's taking place in Indianapolis, Indiana. And you have that take place the same day as All Out, and you're going to burn out your audience even fucking more so. How much fucking wrestling do we fucking need, man? I love professional wrestling, don't get me wrong, but can at least get AEW some sort of fucking freedom to themselves for one weekend? God for fucking bid. And it's all for fucking greed and money, to say the least. This TKO is fucking selfish. Fucking ridiculous, man. We're going to discuss that. I'll discuss Karrion Kross, another freaking bullshit report. No, it's not a report per se. Karrion Kross breaks his silence on his WWE departure. Including, we want Kross signing the Monday Night Raw last night, to say the least. I saw that. Just based on the front row I saw on Netflix, to say the least. I fucking kind of laughed as fuck about it. I thought a report came out earlier today where someone like the signs would destroy maybe by WWE. Good old them to say the least. We're going to discuss that. Karrion Kross breaking a silence on his WWE departure. We'll discuss that. We're also discussing Ashante Thee Adonis. Speaking of departures, he announces his WWE departure. We'll discuss that. Also, in Backstage news, and Naomi was supposed to defend her WWE Women's World Championship last night against Io Sky. She discussed Naomi's stats after Monday Raw match got canceled. Io Sky for the Women's World Championship, like I said. We'll discuss that. Also, my girl, Mercedes Mone. Speaking of Naomi, her best bud there, Mercedes Mone. He walked out, he turned 2022 against WWE, Vince McMahon. You don't know about that, obviously. We'll discuss that. Mercedes Mone, my glorious CEO. You don't like it? Tough fucking shit. Shut the fuck up. Mercedes Mone reveals that she turned down a new WWE contract before her 2022 departure. By the way, this was a 5-year deal, by the way. Spoiler alert. If you don't say Mercedes doesn't care about professional wrestling, you might want to think after I discuss this report here I saw. On good old Dirt Sheets of Sales. I even started the quote too as well. And discuss that also this day in wrestling history to finish off your podcast. As always, thank you for watching. Lucas Limits, you may be as always, and welcome to episode number 3 for your wrestling podcast for August 12th of 2025. Let's get right into it to say the least. Starting with, you guessed, your AEW Dynamite August 6, 2025 review. So, Jon Moxley defeats Speedball Mike Bailey to start the show. Random fucking match, bro. Was it good? Of course it was good. It's Jon Moxley and Speedball Mike Bailey. Like, seriously, if these two have a bad match, we're kind of concerned for Jon Moxley at bare minimum, bro. And this is a B-. Like, the formulaic start to your fucking Dynamite good old TV show. Good old AEW Dynamite. You started your fucking match and just fucking random. It's fucking random, bro. It's supposed to set the tone later in the night for your show. And did this accomplish that? Absolutely not. Some random ass match, and I don't fucking care to say the least. So I can give you Jon Moxley defeats people Mike Bailey in a good match. Be my secret. What else do you want me to say other than that? What else do you want me to say? Nothing to say the least. On to Alex Windsor. Or Windsor to say the least, defeats Queen Yamanata, Billy Starks, and Sky Blue to qualify for the TBS Championship 4-way at Forbidden Door. And after the match, my girl Mercedes Mone. We'll be talking about her later on this podcast, to say the least. She said in the intro, obviously, for this podcast. Came out to Tom Windsor and Tony Storm. Reign defend AEW Women's World Champion, backed up Windsor. And so Athena hit an O-face on Storm and hit Mone. Hit a backstabber on Windsor. Okay, fatal 4, I guess. I don't know why we're getting a fatal 4 on this show and for qualify for another fatal 4 to get to Mercedes at Forbidden Door, but that's just me. It's just lazy creative if you ask me. As much as I love Mercedes, that's my girl, bro. I love her to death, obviously. You know about that. But still, this didn't do nothing for me. Besides, everything did not go well for me until I basically saw Mercedes Mone. And that's when I pay attention to the fucking thing, bro. Because I love Mercedes. You know what I mean, how much I love her to say at least. You love Athena and Tony Storm a lot too. Not as much Mercedes, but still, you get the point. This gets to be mine. Nothing special other than that to say the least, bro. I gotta be quite honest. Dynamite was better than Smackdown, but it was not a perfect show whatsoever. Not even close. B-, you're another B- on this show. Moving on to Don Callis family. Don Callis, Lance Archer, Hechicero, and Josh Alexander came out to celebrate the new TNT champion, Kyle Fletcher, who beat Dustin Rhodes on Collision last week. As Fletcher taunted Dustin Rhodes and Adam Cole as victim of his greatness. Callis presented Fletcher with a painting before the Pro Star announced that he would defend his TNT championship for the first time this week on Collision. A big fat fucking C. Did you care? I like that Kyle Fletcher brought up the injuries to both Dustin Rhodes and Adam Cole. I actually quite like that. He could be the AEW version of the Legend Killer Randy Orton. Not that I'm comparing him to Randy, I'm just saying for like gimmick standpoints. He could be the AEW version of the Legend Killer Randy Orton. Gotta be honest. He puts people on the shelves like this and play himself like good. Play this up, man. Play this up. I actually would like that in all honesty. Being like the new Legend Killer, killing like Adam Cole and Dustin Rhodes are two legends in this business. Or I think a Goldust back in like the 1990s and shit, like whatever. It's your opinion, honestly. But this did nothing for me other than that. This gets a big fat fucking C. Ain't gonna lie to you, to say the least. Moving on, so the best thing on the show, believe it or not, is a tag team match. It was a very random tag team match here, though. Had implications for Forbidden Door and the AEW World Tag Team titles. Bandito and Brody King. I forgot who they're calling themselves. To make themselves a tag team. I forgot what they called them. Pardon me, I guess. Bandito and Brody King defeat the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, in an AEW World Tag Team Eliminator Tournament match for Forbidden Door. Believe it or not, it might be crazy. I'm thinking about getting this grade. You know, it's an A-. Best thing on the damn show. It's not like some random ass match, dude. It's had implications for a match at Forbidden Door. Even though it's for a fucking Eliminator Tournament match, I don't like those whatsoever, but whatever. I'm willing to give this a pass, honestly. This match is freaking a banger. As you expect, AEW shits out bangers, to say the least, but still. This is a pretty fun match, though. I gotta be quiet. I like the spots that all four of these men did in this match with Bandito, Brody King, and Matt and Nick Jackson. And this gets an A-. This gets an A- for sure. Go from the best thing to the worst thing. Some random fucking thing with Swerve Strickland. Swerve Strickland promises to defeat Kazuchika Okada for the AEW Unified Championship at Forbidden Door. This, my friends, gets an overall grade of a C-. That's all they say. He did literally. This is what he did. Swerve Strickland promised to defeat Okada at Forbidden Door. And that's all I can give you. That's just so fucking bizarre, man. Doesn't that sound bizarre to you? Sounds bizarre to me. Beats me, it sounds fucking bizarre to me, to say the least. Whatever, I guess. Whatever fits Tony Khan's MO, to say the least, bro. That's all I can give you. That's all I can fucking give you, honestly. Moving on, our E2 main event. MJF, Maxwell Jacob Freeman, defeats Mark Briscoe in the main event. Second best grade in the show gets a B. Not a bad main event per se. I believe it's had implications for Hangman Page and Forbidden Door and the World Championship. Well, but I'll be honest, I don't know if I like that, because we're doing the same thing with Athena and Tony Storm, who's also won a Casino Gauntlet match for the female side thing, and so did MJF for the male side things are all in. So does this mean they're cashing their guaranteed title shot at Forbidden Door? Like, that case is, I don't know if I'm fucking like that whatsoever. But if not, then I'm willing to play that out. But I have this weird feeling that they're both going to cash in for their shots to Forbidden Door, both of them. Which that'll be fucking stupid, man. Why would you do something like that? So I'm willing to play this out, don't get me wrong. I'm going to let this play out for sure, as people would tell me to do, honestly, professional wrestling, but whatever. This gets a beat off for your main event. Maybe Mark Briscoe gets his way into the match at Forbidden Door. And he's also going to be able to take the loss, honestly. We're here to Hangman pin Briscoe, or MJF pin Briscoe to win the title. We shall wait and find out for that for sure. But this gets a beat. As for the overall show for AEW Dynamite, August 6th of 2025, is an all grade of B- as well. And that is your AEW Dynamite August 6th, 2025 review. And Lucas Lemons on the podcast to say episode number 3. Moving on to your Friday Night Bore Down, August 8th, 2025 review. Also known as your WWE Friday Night Smackdown, August 8th, 2025 review. Starting with John Cena. He starts the show and talks about Brock Lesnar attacking him at SummerSlam, and Logan Paul interrupted and said Cena is making him sick of how Cena is acting, and Paul wanted to match with Cena, but not at SmackDown last Friday night. But the match will instead happen at Clash in Paris, as Drew McIntyre came out and him and Paul attacked Cena until Cody Rhodes, for the reign defending undisputed WWE champion, made the save for Cena, and as a tag team match was made official later night with John Cena and Cody Rhodes teaming up against each other to take on Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre. This, my friends, is an overall grade of a C fucking minus. Formulaic fucking start to your Friday Night SmackDown show. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? Why should I fucking care? I gotta be honest. But are people out there willing to play out the Brock Lesnar return from SummerSlam? Like, there's rumor report where it's going to be Brock Lesnar and John Cena main event for the September PLE for next month. Whatever the fuck that's going to be called. I don't know yet at the time it's recording, obviously. Whatever that's going to be called, apparently that's the match you're doing there. With Brock Lesnar and John Cena in Indianapolis, Indiana. Do you care? Because I know I don't after fucking this. We didn't see any fucking explanation of why Brock Lesnar was not even seen on last Friday night. Like, he made his return at SummerSlam for a couple years from now. And previous, obviously, with the Vince McMahon stuff, to say at least in a lawsuit with Janelle Grant. We haven't seen him since basically a lawsuit came out with Vince McMahon and Janelle Grant. And he comes back at SummerSlam Night 2 of 2025. And you attack Cena, ultimately not be seen since. Where the fuck was he on SmackDown? There's a difference. I was willing to play out. We didn't see him on Raw last week for August 4th of 2025. I was willing to like that play out to get to SmackDown. Hopefully he was there then. But he wasn't. So what the fuck was the point of bringing back Brock Lesnar? Ultimately to face with another part-timer in John Cena. He's on 4 months left in his career. His wrestling career. Like, what the fuck? What was the point of that then? Oh, we should probably come out and clash in Paris. Who the fuck cares about that, Ray? He didn't explain shit here on SmackDown last Friday night. So why should I care for Brock Lesnar and John Cena one more time then? Why should I care? I'm just generally asking you, WWE die-hard fucking drones. Like, what the fuck are we doing here, man? Where the fuck was Lesnar? Nowhere to be fucking found like he always fucking does. What is he, worse than Brock? I almost said Rock Lesnar. Is he worse than Dwayne Johnson The Rock? Maybe. Maybe The Rock and Brock Lesnar in a fucking coincidence here, to say the least. Rock and Brock. Harry, say that fast too many times. Say that fast 10 times, to say the least. Whatever, bro. Moving on to JC Matoya Mighty and Tala Tonga, two members of MFT, defeat Motor City Machine Guns, Chris Sabin, and Alex Shelley. A big fat fucking C. There's a lot of these in this fucking review, by the way. A long stretch of 3 of them, just spoiler alert to say the least. But who the fuck cares? JC Mateo, or Mateo in a fucking name, you mighty. And Tala Tonga for defeat Motor City Machine Guns. What else do you fucking care? Do you seriously care about this? Because I know I don't. How can you care about this shit show that we produced on Friday Night Boredown last week? Oh my fucking god, man. 2 hours, 3 hours on fucking matters. Might as well show us 3 hours still of this show they got on Friday night. Oh my god, man. Where is the quickest way to the exit to say at least in my house? Unbelievable. Moving on though, Sami Zayn defeats Solo Sikoa, the reigning defending WWE United States Champion, takes a unnecessary fucking L by a roll-up. A fucking another champion gets pinned and by a fucking roll-up. Are you fucking kidding me? Another big fat C. Why the fuck are we feuding Sami Zayn with MFT? Which you also saw on Raw this week. We'll discuss in the next segment of the podcast, where Sami Zayn and Rusev had a match on Raw. And MFT basically caused a DQ on this, spoiler alert. So yeah, Sami Zayn is spewing with fucking Solo Sikoa for United States Championship, more than likely. Do you fucking care for that? Because I know I don't. I know I don't. How can you people care? Because I know I fucking can't. Big Fat C is your fucking great. Shall I move on? Shall I move on to this fucking shit show that is called WWE Friday Night Smackdown? On to Charlotte Flair, one half of the reigning defending WWE Women's Tag Team Champion. Charlotte Flair defeats Chelsea Green. Another Big Fat C. I'll be honest, happy birthday to Alexa Bliss, though. Happy birthday to Alexa. Her birthday was on Friday or Saturday. They celebrated her birthday, obviously, on Friday Night Smackdown, I believe. I believe her birthday was on Friday. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Saturday, excuse me, you get the point. And actually, believe it or not, I kind of like the cake spot with Chelsea Green eating a fucking cake. That's kind of just fits her gimmick like fucking perfectly, but still. Do we need to see Charlotte and Chelsea like a billionth fucking time, it feels like these two? Do we get to the same fucking outcome with Charlotte tapping out Chelsea to figure 8 leg lock? Because no, I fucking did not need to see that. I didn't need to see that. What do you want me to fucking say? This whole fucking show is complete fucking nauseating. You don't like it? Don't watch it then. If you don't like my podcast, why are you still watching my podcast? To say the least, dipshit. Ha ha. Big fat fucking C with Charlotte and Charlotte and Chelsea. One CH to another CH, to say the least, man. Hold on, Charlotte, your main event. Cody Rhodes, the reigning defending undisputed WWE champion. And John Cena versus Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre in the main event goes to disqualification after Paul hit a low blow on Cena as they were fighting in the backstage area. McIntyre hits a Claymore kick out the outside of Rhodes, and Rhodes' head hit the announcer's table to say the least. The back of his head nonetheless. Best thing on the show, still not great though, B-. Best thing on the show, but still not great. A B-, you're fucking great. By the way, I forgot to mention this. There's a backstage segment with John Cena and R-Truth. Or Ron Killings, what I name it. Or it looked like R-Truth was back to good old comedy R-Truth. With his childhood hero John Cena and stuff. Like, they brought back Ron Killings as Money in the Bank in a very shocking return. You would think, and by the way, they followed that with this Raw after Money in the Bank. What a great thing would happen. Ron Killings, you realize now Ron Killings instead of R-Truth by cutting half his hair off. That was great. What happened since then? Nothing. Why should I care? I love Ron Killings. I love R-Truth. Fucking hilarious dude. We're on right back to square one with R-Truth back as comedy R-Truth. Why? He hadn't played a serious fucking character. And now he's back to good old comedy. Just like, as I snap my finger. Like, what the fuck are we doing here, bro? Like, what's the point of even bringing him back then? You're going to him to be the same old R-Truth. What? Because you got people getting basically, like, pissed off at you? Well, that's your fault for not booking him correctly. You're getting pissed off people, and I know you look at it. Anyway, you look at it because you're not booking these said wrestlers like they fucking should be booked as. That's your own fault, WWE, Triple H, TKO. Nick Khan is ready with TKO, we get the point. I don't fucking care, bro. This is fucking boring main event, and I might be generous with this grade too. I don't like the outside spot with Drew McIntyre and a Claymore on Cody Rhodes at the announcer table. I like that spot. But now that's all I can give you. So I can give you a B-, your fucking grade. As your show for Friday Night Smackdown, August 8th of 2025 is another big fat fucking C. Absolute fucking awful show for Friday Night Smackdown for August 8th of 2025. Moving on to your Monday Night Raw, August 11th, 2025 review. Starting with CM Punk, he starts the show to address Seth Rollins being a WWE World Heavyweight Champion, reigning defending. Title of the Century from SummerSlam by Mone that he let the fans down, but he vowed his disappointment from the events at MetLife Stadium will only fuel him to regain the title, and then reiterated his hatred for Rollins, and LA Knight interrupted and warned Punk not to get in his business again after last week where Punk costed Knight his shot at Rollins in the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, and Oracle Paul Heyman interrupted. Eventually, a match was made official later tonight with Punk and Knight against Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. But it's also on the outside with Braun Breaker. He went to go attack Breaker, maybe attack both Punk and Knight. And he called CM Punk, "What? You're 47. What are you going to do?" And then he said to LA Knight, "You're 40 as well. It's like 100 years combined." And I started cracking up, just dying laughing. I'm like, oh my fucking god, bro. First of all, it's not 100, Brian. It's about 87. Dude, you're Steiner mad, bro. But oh my fuck, that was the highlight of this whole fucking segment. Other than that, I didn't fucking care for this. But other than that, this gets a C+. I don't fucking care. Would this help? We get to another tag team match later in the fucking Monday Night Raw. By the way, the 4th straight week in a row hit in the fucking disqualification. We'll get to that in a minute, but still, this gets a C+ to start your show. Fucking formulaic as hell, man. C+, you're fucking great. And on to Dominic Mysterio, the reigning defending WWE Intercontinental Champion, Men's Intercontinental Champion, and El Grande Americano defeat AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. Solid match, give it a B-, all I can give you here. About the match after following this with the steel pipe plate with the El Grande Americano. Apparently AJ Styles kicked El Grande Americano and the plate fell out of his mask, I believe, and then went to Dominic Mysterio has his luchador mask at ringside, so he grabbed that. And the steel pipe was steel plate in his mask and hit AJ Styles with it, and then he basically El Grande Americano rolled up AJ Styles. Another fucking roll up on Monday Night Raw. Correct, keep another fucking roll up on this show. It's fucking comical. It's comical. And by the way, we get to another one later in the show, but at least that was freaking so sellable to me. But still, let's get to B-. It's not a bad match per se. I just didn't fucking care, obviously. As you can tell. Moving on, though, shall we? So Sami Zayn versus Rusev goes to disqualification after MFT attacked Zayn, and also Sheamus attacked Rusev until including a brawl in the crowd, which I thought was freaking great, if you ask me. I could have done on Sami Zayn and feuding with MFT, obviously, and by the way, I gotta be honest with Adam Pearce here. He basically played up with, so why are Solo Sikoa and MFT on Monday Night Raw? It's supposed to be on Friday Night Smackdown. And then he called probably Nick Aldis, so it looked like he called Nick Aldis the Smackdown general manager. Like, why are you guys on my show? Meanwhile, we have Roman Reigns, and he's probably a free agent. He's more likely supposed to be on SmackDown, but he's on fucking Raw. I mean, but you have Cody Rhodes and John Cena on fucking Raw. So why are you fucking complaining about them? Instead of complaining about MFT. Like, what's the fucking issue here, Adam Pearce? Just asking the honest questions here. Like, does the brand split doesn't fucking mean anything. One minute they care about it, one minute they don't fucking care about it. It's fucking comical at this rate. Literally what it is. This was a great match, very fun match with Sami Zayn and Rusev. I just didn't fucking care other than that. That's all I can care. It's also full of great professional wrestling. You can see great professional wrestling and like independent wrestling matches. You can see those that. You can see those like local bingo hall matches. You see great matches at WWE live events. I can see that, bro. I don't need to see these fucking just banger matches for the sake of banger matches. It's funny. The WWE fans on Twitter were complaining about fucking. I'm not complaining. Actually, you're praising everything about the fucking professional wrestling show. It's just great professional wrestling. Meanwhile, this is AEW. They play, where's the fucking stories? Where's the fucking stories here on Raw, too? I'm not saying wrong about AEW. But where's the fucking agenda for Raw? You compare to Dynamite, bro. Just saying. This This gets still a great, very fun match with Sami Zayn and Rusev, don't get me wrong, but this gets a fucking beat other than that. Now on to the best thing on the show, though, believe it or not. Roxanne Perez. I love Roxanne dearly. She looked fucking great last night. She always fucking does. Roxanne Perez defeats Io Sky thanks to the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane accidentally costing Sky the match. Like I said, best thing on the show, despite this match ending in the rope, and still the best thing on the show. Proves how great Roxanne Perez and Io Sky truly are. Two of the best women's wrestlers on all the fucking earth right now. And Roxanne is soon instead of 23 years old, by the way. It's fucking crazy, I know. Bright future for the Sailors. Congrats, you gotta win too. Not seeing that to be an expensive Io Sky by a roll-up, but still. Roxanne getting a win is an A++ for me, to say the least. And this gets a B+. Best thing in the fucking show, believe it or not. Fucking crazy, I know. Oh, but women's wrestling can't do any good business in 2025. Well, you look like a fucking idiot, especially for Evolution for July 2013. But explain that show then. It was all women on that show. It was one of the best pay-per-views or PLEs or one of the best events all in 2025, honestly. And that's all women, to say the least. It's pretty sure how women can sell a great show, to say the least. So shut up, men's fucking dweeler, to say the least. Hear my chair go off. I'm sorry to hear that. This is a B+. But the women got the best credit in the show, but the worst credit in the show. To say least. Moving on to Becky Lynch. The reigning defending WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion defeats Maxine Dupree to retain the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship. Ah, man, this my friends. I hate saying this. I love Becky Lynch right now. Found all cylinders, to say the least. Yes, my friends, it's an overall grade of a C-. Maxine had her highlights in this match, but not great highlights as well. Like the drop kick, that looked fucking sloppy. That looked freaking not very good. I don't know if Becky Lynch didn't sell her or just she didn't connect it. I had a hard time seeing it. It just looked very sloppy to me from what I saw from the visual point on Netflix. It did not look good whatsoever. And by the way, why did this match have to be for the Intercontinental Championship? You could have said, I don't know, straight up Becky Lynch and Maxine Russell. You could have the same outcome with Maxine tapping out to disarm her to Becky without the title involved or not. Like, why does Maxine Dupree need to get a title shot just because she's feuding with Italian Nikki Bella? Like, really, bro? Really? Whatever, I guess. Whatever fits Triple H's bout backstage and WWE Unreal stuff, to say the least. C-, you're fucking great with this. Moving on to your main event. LA Knight, yeah. LA Knight and CM Punk versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed in the main event goes to disqualification after Seth Rollins caused that DQ, which means the 4 straight Raw and the main event in a row, where the same outcome ends in a match with a disqualification. Lovely creative there, Hunter, Triple H. And after the match, Adam Pearce made a fatal 4-way match with Rollins, Punk, Knight, and Jey Uso for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, official for Clash in Paris. And after that division, because Seth Rollins' faction obviously attacked all three of Rollins' opponents after they got into a brawl to end the show. A big fat fucking C. Boring ass tag match. I don't fucking care. I don't care. Same outcome, by the way, with many fucking Raw main events with a fucking disqualification for 4 weeks in a row. Lazy creative from Triple H. Unbelievable. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? Who has to see Punk and Ellen and can they coexist, pal? Storyline. Vince McMahon fucking shit. Against Breaker and Reed for what, bro? To get to the same outcome you could have done on another segment of talking about promo. Could have just done that without fucking wasting our time for a main event here. For fucking goodness, spoilers to the main first start of the show. Let's save something else for the main event. Hey, what the fuck do we need this for? Why do we need this for? What the fuck are we doing here, man? WWE in 2025 is fucking boring, man. It's fucking boring. They're all about money, greed, and ego. And pettiness. Like, what the fuck, man? These shows, man, are fucking, I don't say awful. SmackDown was awful last week. But they're just lifeless and boring. And then they get their suck off afterwards like SmackDown does on a normal basis. Like, oh my fucking god. But what are we doing here? Like, what are we doing here, man? Raw needs a fix. SmackDown needs desperately. And NXT needs a fix too. Even Dynamite for AEW needs a fix too. Obviously. I'm not going to play no tribalistic bullshit here. Just staying honest, my feeling, my soul to say at least. Professional wrestling 2025 is fucking boring. It's unbelievable, bro. It's unbelievable. And this may make us a big fat C. Ask your overall show for Demos at AEW Raw. Oh my god, imagine. Ask your overall show for Monday Night Raw, August 11th to 2025. It's an overall grade of a B- to say the least. Moving on to the rest of your news, to say the least. WWE PLE reportedly scheduled to take place the same day as AEW All Out. WWE is reportedly planned to run a premium live event on Saturday, September 20th, the same day as AEW's annual All Out pay-per-view. The move will mark the first time that a WWE main roster PLE will air in direct competition with an AEW pay-per-view. According to a report from Post Wrestling, multiple sources have confirmed that yet to be announced WWE Premium Live event will take place on Saturday, September 20th. In Indianapolis, Indiana, AEW's All Out scheduled for the same night from Scotiabank Arena in Toronto, Canada, to say the least. I absolutely, like I said at the top of the intro, hate this fucking move. Like, seriously, like, if we have Clash in Paris, which is happening August 31st, so that last day of August. And 3 weeks later, you're going to do another PLE for main roster? That'll be fucking stupid. And on the whole, it looks like it's going to be happening like that. Some people more than likely are saying like maybe NXT No Mercy takes place here. That's September 20th, which being more and more digestible to a point. But still not great in all honesty. Like, seriously, this is fucking all for money and greed and fucking pettiness from World Wrestling Entertainment, WWE, and TKO Group Holdings. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? I am tired of the quick money grabs for the sake of money grabs and basically saying, fuck you, Tony Khan, and All Elite Wrestling. Like, seriously, what the... No, I'm not including AEW in this in general. I'm not defending them any means necessary. I give AEW a lot of flack here, people. But still, like, oh my god, what's the point of having a premium live event 3 weeks after Clash in Paris? Well, it's also main event with Brock Lesnar and John Cena for what, bro? For what? It means nothing in the grand scheme of everything. Like, who the fuck cares for this? I don't care. You could be main event Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns right now for that event. I'll probably still be watching All Out first. Like, seriously, what the fuck are we doing here, bro? What the fuck are we doing here for the sake of money grabbing, for the sake of greed, and fucking pettiness, to say the least? Moving on to Karrion Kross breaks his silence on his WWE departure. In a video posted to his YouTube channel, Karrion Kross broke his silence on a recent departure from World Wrestling Entertainment WWE, detailing months of frustration, contract negotiations, creative stifling, and feeling, hear my chair go off, I'm sorry about that, and a feeling that his growing popularity was seen as a problem by some within the company. The video, which appears to have been filmed in weeks leading up to his contract's expiration date on August 10th, provides his side of the story for the first time and gives the full context to a confusing week of reports. In his video, Kross explained that he had made his intentions to stay at the company clear at every beginning of the year, but those intentions were met with months of silence. I expressed interest to renegotiate in early January with WWE, he said, but it's like prosperous that anyone would think that I wouldn't want to be here. I'm fully committed. I'm here, he added. So many months have gone by. I never had a single conversation about it until recently. He described that recent brief conversation with the company representative as not being a serious negotiation, which left him feeling angry and let down. I don't even feel like the conversation I had recently was like an actual serious one, he stated. The conversation was done, and there wasn't really anything that I was discussed of real substance. That just really profoundly disappointed me. Kross explained his disappointment stemmed from a feeling that the physical sacrifice of the performers was not being properly appreciated in the discussion. Just fucked up from WWE representative part, if you ask me. Or TKO, you get the point. Kross then detailed his creative frustrations using a sports analogy to describe the feeling of being held back, even when he saw an opportunity to succeed for the team. It's probably the hardest part of the gig when you know you can give more, and they tell you, hey, don't home run that. Hit that to the outfield and run to the second and make sure you stop at the second, he explained. You're on the court playing basketball, they tell you to pass the ball, but you've got a 3-point shot right there. We're all on the same team. You shoot, you get the 3 points, they're mad at you. Why are they mad at you, to say the least? I definitely get his frustration there for sure. Like, seriously, you're wide open for a 3-point shot. You take the shot normally. You don't pass the fucking ball to a guy who's double teamed in the corner, to say the least. Like, seriously, what the fuck is WWE's problem? Like, yo, you're mad at me? You're mad at them? Like, what the fuck? What kind of a working relationship is that? What kind of fucking partnership and, like, environment does this for performers? To be, like, you're getting, like, pissed off at. That you're as a performer getting really angry with people. Like, seriously. Stop coming with the fucking bullshit, WWE. The feeling was amplified, he explained, when his organic connection with the audience began to grow. He questioned why, as a major voice crackle figure, he was seemingly perceived as a negative by some within the company. Yeah, who is that fucking reminding you of people? I'll give you 10 seconds to guess. Said nobody ever. You don't know who that fucking sounds like. Many other different people, to say the least. Me building a relationship and having a relationship with the audience, sometimes by certain people, to tell me, it feels like they're treating it as being rebellious, or it's treated almost like it's a problem that this has happened, he stated, and that should not feel that way. It makes it feel like you outperform, or you got ahead of something that they didn't think you were going to get ahead of, and they don't like that you've gotten ahead of its way. It feels that, and it's not a good feeling at all, like you said. Like, seriously, what the fuck is wrong with WWE's problem? What the fuck is their problem? What, because you got over organically with the fucking audience, and you had no plans for Kross after that. That's fucking fucked up for WWE's part, to say the least. Like, this man got over with the crowd organically, like LA Knight with his gag gimmick. Like, they didn't want to push LA Knight. It means a lot of LA Knight. You don't want to push LA Knight because they get the fucking precious cookie child guy in Jey Uso. I love Jey Uso. But of course, you gotta play all the stuff and eggs in one basket towards Jey Uso. And not leave LA Knight with shit scraps, to say it. It reminds you a lot with that with Kross here. And it's fucking ridiculous. Like, what the fuck is your problem, WWE? Was Kross always the greatest professional wrestler? No, he absolutely isn't. But if you think that he has no untapped potential in WWE, you lost your fucking mind. He has a total package to be fucking great for this business for years and years beyond. Like, holy fucking crap, man. What is wrong with WWE? All because they don't get their fucking way with people like Kross. And they fucking take it on guys like Kross because they're not that fucking like they want you to be. Fucking petty ass fucking company, if you say, away from WWE. I wish Karrion Kross nothing but the best, also known as Killer Kross, like I said. Wish him and Scar nothing but the best in their post-WWE adventures, to say the least. Speaking of WWE departures, Ashante Thee Adonis announces his WWE departure. WWE NXT superstar or star in general Ashante Thee Adonis has announced that he is no longer part of the WWE. In a statement posted to his social media on Sunday, Adonis confirmed that after a 6-year run with the company, his time with the company has come to a close. Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful Select has confirmed with the parts after his contract expired. Adonis, who had been absent from NXT television for several weeks, addressed his status in a heartfelt post, expressing gratitude for his time with the company and excitement for what's the next chapter of his career. It appears his contract was not renewed. After 6 unforgettable years under the WWE lights, the time has come for me to close that chapter. I'm filled with nothing but gratitude for every opportunity, experiences, lessons, and incredible talent I've had a chance to work with, he wrote. I'm truly excited to see, or to show what the world I can really do. Sometimes you gotta get off multiplayer and progress your story mode. It's basically comparing like a Grand Theft Auto style, or GTA stuff, to say the least. Or maybe other video games in general. I just don't play any other shooting games other than Grand Theft Auto, for me, to say the least. That's just me, in all honesty. In his statement, Adonis made it clear that he is confident about his future in the professional wrestling industry, stating that fans have only seen a fraction of his true potential. He is now accepting independent bookings, to say the least. I believe I'm the face of the future and the reason your girl stopped texting you back. Interesting to say there, Adonis, he wrote. This is a brand new beginning. I am becoming the best version of myself. You have only seen a glimpse of my true potential, and I'm scratching the surface. I know that to some of this can be a dark time, but stars can't shine without darkness, to say the least, end quote. Right attitude he has with this, to think that, I believe it was in Hit Row, yeah, Ashante Thee Adonis, him, Swerve Strickland, / Isaiah Swerve Sky in AEW. Between him, Swerve, Top Dollar, and B-Fab, they never got a chance whatsoever on the Vince McMahon bullshit, to say the least. It would be kind of fun if he shows up in AEW with helping on maybe Swerve Strickland, but I doubt that happens, honestly. To be honest, AEW is not the place to do it. I feel like he's been using TNA, which works in relationship with WWE NXT to a point too. So waiting to find out, maybe goes New Japan Professional Wrestling, waiting to find out what that to say. Let's keep an update on Ashante Thee Adonis going forward, to say at least. He's a very good professional wrestler, to say at least, as well. The backstage news on Naomi's status with WWE after WWE Monday Night Raw match was cancelled. The new reports have provided some small but significant update on the status of Women's World Champion Naomi, who was pulled from her scheduled main event match on last night's episode of Monday Night Raw after it was announced that she was not medically cleared to compete. According to a report from Mike Johnson, PW Insider, Naomi was physically present backstage at the arena in Quebec City, Canada, obviously, before last night's show. This detail confirms that WWE's announcement of her not being medically clear was not a cover for any potential travel issues. So that's interesting. I don't know what's going on with Naomi. I hope she's not injured, but if she's fucking injured, that'd be awful timing. She's on a run of her fucking life right now as professional wrestling for the WWE Women's World Champion. The best work by far her career. No, I'm going to say by far, honestly, but she was always great at what she does. But getting the chance now, obviously, with WWE's second time around, it's the best work of her career. This perceived costume gimmick's been fucking amazing. So I hope she's all good and everything. We don't see her on the sidelines to vacate that Women's World Championship. Because she had to do this previously to SmackDown Women's Championship before she had to get back at WrestleMania 33 that year. Again, so six-pack challenge to say at least Alexa Bliss and company there. So wish she doesn't have to vacate this championship. At least just a couple weeks and that should be fine, I guess. No, you got to build to the match with Stephanie Becker. And also get that rematch with Io Sky to a point too. We shall wait and find out to say at least what Naomi, when she's back enough and healthy enough to compete in professional wrestling. Some people think she's actually pregnant, which I don't believe whatsoever. Like, why would she get pregnant right now when she's on the run of her fucking career right now? Like, that would be just pretty weird if you ask me. That would be kind of bizarre. I'm not going to say Naomi won't be a great mom or anything. I'm just saying for professional wrestling, she's doing a run of her career. Why would she just go out like that right now? That'd be kind of bizarre if you ask me, but wait and find out that to say the least. Wish Naomi nothing but the best to say. Is big fan of hers for to say the least as well. Moving on to your final part of news before we get into this day in wrestling, so you can get on out of here for the evening. My girl Mercedes Moné reveals that she turned down a new WWE contract before her 2022 departure from the company. Mercedes Moné has set the record straight on her much-discussed 2020 departure from WWE, revealing that she was not fired but chose to walk away, turning down a massive 5-year contract extension in the process. Speaking on the Marking Out podcast, I believe that MVP is, I think I forgot his co-host name, but somebody else to say LA, so I don't know his name honestly. Moné addressed the perception that she was let go by the company. She explained that with a year still remaining on her existing deal, WWE had offered a lucrative new 5-year deal to stay with the company. A lot of people thought I was fired. I got fired by WWE. I asked for my release, Moné said. I had a year left on my deal. They had offered me a 5-year deal, and at the point I just wasn't happy anymore, to say the least. Moné explained that her decision was driven by a loss of passion and a desire to wrestle in Japan, which felt they would reignite her love for the business. I lost my passion for wrestling, and I wanted to wrestle again, she stated, end quote. So there you go. To thank these people on online, Twitter, and any other social media platform. Think Mercedes does not care for professional wrestling. Y'all be out of your fucking mind, people. If she didn't care for professional wrestling, she would have left professional wrestling with WWE. To not go to New Japan and not go to AEW, not do what she loves the most, and go to Hollywood and do like movies and whatnot. She would have been done with that. She would have been done with wrestling in general. She didn't care for it. But no, she stayed in professional wrestling. She left WWE and is better on herself, people. What the fuck is your problem? Like, she didn't care for women's wrestling. She was traveling all over the fucking globe and wrestling wrestlers you've never even known about. Like that Deanna Strong person, like the believe she wrestling, that's how you say her name. And she wrestled, and that was a fucking great match. I didn't think you never heard of this person. She put on a great match for Mercedes Moné. Goes to show you how great of a professional wrestling, how big of a star Mercedes truly is in professional wrestling. Or are you fucking idiots, like it or not? Like, seriously, you people like to be so hard on Mercedes, like, bring her up and see there's some game change. Well, she is a game change if you think about it, but right booking. You can see what you want about her AEW booking, that's fine by me. But still, if you people want to slam her personally, you have some sort of vendetta against her. Stop with your fucking bullshit, to say the least. So go from her. She took this 5-year deal up. I'll be honest, I'm kind of pissed off at her with that. I don't want to say pissed off, I mean not be like a happy person for her. Because she's been stuck in mediocrity all along. Did she have her moments in WWE? Of course she had her fucking moments. The Brooklyn match of Bayley is the greatest women's wrestler of all time. I didn't say she didn't have her moments in WWE. I'm sure she would say that in general too. But to think that she had this like megastar treatment like a Becky Lynch or a Charlotte Flair, y'all be out of your fucking mind. I know she's doing the half of the faction with her and Charlotte, Becky, and Bayley and the 4 Horsewomen, but still. Just because she's in the 4 Horsewomen, she just get best treatment. Just look at Bayley, bro. Look at Bayley. Like, seriously, people, you know you got out of your fucking mind. You stop with your living your fucking cookie cutter bullshit world and just state the honest truth like it is. Mercedes bound herself. You can't hate her for doing that. And if you do, you're a fucking idiot, if you just say it at least. To wrap up this rest of your news on the Lucas Lemons podcast, to say at least. And finally, on this day in wrestling history, starting with 1988, Kurt Hennig and Owen Hart both make their WWF television debuts. Hennig wrestles under his real name, and Hart competes as the Blue Blazer. The Blue Blazer. Interesting name, to say the least. That was 1988. Moving on to 1996. On the go-home edition of Monday Night Raw for SummerSlam, WWE Champion Shawn Michaels had a warm-up match for his pay-per-view title defense against Vader by taking on Owen Hart. There you go. Ahmed Johnson gave an update on his injury, and Bret Hart speaks out about his return to the WWE. So that's 1996. Moving on to 2002. On Monday Night Raw, The Rock teamed up with The Undertaker, Goldust, also known as Dustin Rhodes in AEW, and Booker T to take on Triple H and the Un-Americans teams of Christian, Lance Storm, and Test. So that's 2002. Moving on to your final part to stay in wrestling in 2020, 18 years later after 2002. A shocking moment on NXT during the contract signing for Keith Lee versus Karrion Kross, as Lee opened the folder with the contract to be hit in the face by a fireball. In competition, AEW presented Tag Team Appreciation Night, where they show headlined by Orange Cassidy defeating Chris Jericho as well. And that is this day in wrestling history. And a little bit of announcement I gotta make here, to say the least. Tomorrow will be not full-fledged podcast, so like a sports and pop culture. I've done about this like brief recordings in between the podcast today. I'm going to be doing an AFC East and NFC North, AFC East and NFC East. Both East divisions were NFL predictions. The stand predictions go to the schedule for all the teams in general for the Bills, the Jets, Dolphins, Patriots, Eagles, Redskins, Commanders. I don't like to call them Redskins. And Cowboys or Cow Frauds and the New York Giants as well. So we're going to be discussing that tomorrow. We're going to be discussing all the NFL coverage tomorrow, to say the least. Hope you all enjoy it. It's the first sports talk since the last edition of No Limits Daily Show, I believe. It was for February 11th of 2025 and discussed the Super Bowl, obviously. Yep, I did in general for that. So stay tuned for that, to say the least. Your NFC and AFC East, both the East divisions for NFL predictions tomorrow, to say the least as well. So stay tuned for that, to say the least. You just subscribe and notify on YouTube and hit the bell for all post notifications on Spotify as well. And until next time, people, it'll definitely be a next time. Peace, love, I'm out. Take care. Love you all big time, to say the least.